Hello everybody, my name is Alex and today we're going to be doing lower body blast. This workout should last about 10 minutes depending on how long you want to do it. So for our workout, it's going to be split into 3. So you do 3 things and then you can rest, and then you do 3 more, rest, and then 3 more, okay? So our equipment today that we're going to be using is a chair that I'm sitting on right now that you can't see. If you don't have a small chair like I do, you can use your steps, or if your bed is pretty low to the floor, you can use that for these also. Just try to find a good elevated surface that you can lift your leg up. And for our weights, you could either use textbooks like I'm going to use, or if you want, you can use flour, you can use milk jugs. If you have weights at home, you can use that also. Just anything that adds weight to your workout. Each of these are going to be 10 to 12 reps. Some will rotate to the right, to the left, so make sure you do one side the same and one side the other. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to do wall sits today, so that's going to be about 45 seconds. So yeah, so the first thing that we're going to start out with is some light stretching. So what I like to do for my stretching is I just like to take one leg and lift it up behind me so it stretches out your hamstring, your thighs, not your hamstring, that's behind. So you're going to hold this for a couple seconds and then you're going to rotate it to the front, and then you're going to alternate each leg. Feel free to do these stretches as long as you want. Another thing I like to do is I like to have my students do their feet apart and bring their hands to the center. So you can bring your hands to the center, hold it for a couple seconds, then rotate to the right and then to the left. And another thing I like to do is I like to bend over and have my students bring their hands through the center so it stretches their hamstrings out better. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is a split squat. So with these, you're going to do the right leg for 10 to 12 reps and then the left leg 10 to 12 reps. So when you're doing these, you want to make sure that you keep your hips square to the front at all times. So what I mean by that is your hips should be projecting that way, okay? And another thing to remember with these is you always want to keep your knees straight, okay? Never let one knee go out like this, or never let it go bulk in, okay? So with these, you're just going to bring it down and up, down and up, okay? That's what it looks like from the front. I'm going to show you guys workouts from the front and the side so you make sure that your body form is correct. Again, lift one leg. You're going to bring it down, down, and up, okay? You're going to alternate the right into the left. You guys can do each set about 2 to 3 times if you want a longer workout, but if you don't, you can do it once each time, and it should equal the length of 10 minutes, okay? The next thing that we're going to do is deadlifts. So with these, you're going to grab your books or any other heavy weight that you guys have. So with these, you're going to have your proper squat position, which is feet a little bit past your shoulders. Hips are going to be facing the way you're going like earlier. With these, when you have your books or anything else, you're going to take it and bring it past your knees a little bit and back up, okay? From the side, it should look like this, down and up, okay? What I normally tell my students when they're doing these is that you should feel your butt cheeks open and close, okay? So when you're doing those, if you feel your butt cheeks open and close, that's typically the point where I tell them that's how you know you're doing it correctly. So with these, you want to make sure that you're bending your hips back, okay? So it shouldn't be a squat, and it shouldn't just be that number, okay? You're just gonna bring it back a little and up, okay? The next thing that we're gonna do is fire hydrants. So with these, you're gonna be on your hands and your knees. From the front, it should look like this, okay? And then from the side, it should look like this, okay? So with those, you should be lifting your leg about 90 degrees. If that is too hard for you, you can lift it as high as you can go and then bring it back down, okay? So like I said earlier with the split squats, you're gonna do right and left, 10 to 12 reps, and you'll do the same for this. Now this is the point where we would typically rest for 30 seconds to a minute. And then after that, we're gonna rotate into a wall sit, okay? So with a wall sit, I'm gonna use the chair to help me. But when you guys typically do a wall sit, you should be in this position on the wall, okay? This is how you should look sitting on the wall. If you guys wanna challenge yourself while you're doing these, you can either have your feet open here, which pushes the pressure off a little bit, and then bringing your legs in makes it a little harder, okay? So these are gonna do about 45 seconds. The next thing that we're gonna do is a step knee raise. So you're gonna utilize your chair or your small object to use. You can also use steps for these if you guys don't have a chair. You're gonna start with one leg on top. You're gonna lift it up and back down. So as you see when I lift up, I'm bringing my knee to my chest, so it kind of works your abs out a little bit if you want to. If not, you can just lift it up and back down, okay? So with these, you're also gonna do it about 10 to 12 reps each time that you do it on each leg. The next thing that we're gonna do is a dumbbell squat. So with our squats, you always wanna make sure you have your hips the way that you're going. Feet are shoulder width apart. You have your books in front of you, like this. You're gonna bring it down and up. That is what the front view looks like. And this will be the side, down and up, okay? When you guys are doing squats, you wanna make sure that you're not arching your back or that you're keeping it hollow. You just wanna keep your back neutral, okay? So with normal squats, it should just be down and up, okay? From the side, it'll be down and up, okay? And if any of these are hard for you guys while you're doing them, you can find alternatives. I don't really have any alternatives for these right now, but if you guys have more questions, feel free to ask me. And then this is another portion where we typically rest 30 seconds to a minute. The next thing that we're gonna do is side lunges. So with side lunges, you guys are gonna be in a squat position, starting out, and you're gonna push your hip to one side. So I'm gonna push my hip towards this way. So we're gonna push it down and up. Push it down and up, okay? With these, you should really feel it in your butt and then your hamstring. And again, you're gonna rotate left and right, 10 to 12 reps. The next thing that we're gonna do is back and sides. So if you guys need assistance with these, you can use the wall. I have my students use a wall. You can use a railing to hold on to, whatever you feel need. You're gonna take your leg, you're gonna bring it back, and then to the side, okay? And then you're gonna keep rotating the back and the side. With these, when you go back into the side, it counts as one. So you're gonna go back to the side, one. Back to the side, two. And then you're gonna continue that until you get to 10 to 12, depending on who you are. From the side view, it should look like this. You're gonna bring it back. Whoa, we're falling over. You're gonna bring it back and to the side, okay? With those, I want you guys to try to lift your hips up as much as you can, along with your legs. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is rainbows. So with our rainbows, we're gonna be on our hands and our knees, okay? You're gonna start with your leg to the side, okay? This is what it should look like from the front when you're starting. And then from our side position, you should look like this, okay? So I'm gonna show you from the side first. You're gonna have your leg out to the side. You're gonna lift it up and over, and then back down, okay? And from the side, it should look like this. So if your leg out to the side, you're gonna lift it up and over, up and over, okay? And then you're gonna do each thing 10 to 12 reps again. So yeah, that is what I have for you. After you guys are done working out, you can do some more stretching if you want, or you can do some yoga, which you can look up online, or you can use our yoga instructors that have made videos. Thanks for watching.